The sorts of dates we get are often 30 to 50,000 years old for the sample, for instance. Now, there are two key factors that I don't think are taken into account. One I know definitely isn't, and the other I doubt is, which must be taken into account. The first of those is the fact that the Earth's magnetic field is decaying quite rapidly. Now, you may be thinking, what on earth has that got to do with carbon-14 dating? But the Earth is surrounded by like a protective magnetic field which deflects those gamma rays I spoke of at the beginning and deflects most of them away. So that reduces the number which are impacting our upper atmosphere atoms of nitrogen and producing carbon-14. Now, because the Earth's magnetic field is decaying, and it's doing so, by the way, at the rate of something like 4 or 5% per century, it's weakening in its intensity. So to put a perspective on that, if you went backwards to the time of Jesus, the magnetic field would be about 2.5 times greater than what it is now. If you go back to the time of the flood, it would be probably 7 times greater than it is now. And you go back to the time of creation on the biblical timescales of 6,000 years ago, it would be somewhere around 15 times more powerful than it is today. So as it decreases in intensity, more and more gamma rays penetrate the upper atmosphere. That means we're producing more and more carbon-14. So the carbon-14 to carbon-12 ratio is not in equilibrium. It's constantly climbing. Now, that's a very important factor, and if that's not taken into account, then ages which are derived from carbon-14 will appear to be longer than they really are. So we have more carbon-14 today, and because the sample shows less carbon-14, it will appear to be older, if that makes sense. The second.
This is the world's